Hello, I'm Sally Hoskin, Master Gardener, and today we're going to talk about doing a fall planting right at freeze up. Unfortunately, this is so close to freeze up, we're November 16th and the ground is hardening. So we've already done the transplanting. However, we'll do a little pretend, and I'll explain to you a little about factors to take into consideration. This happens to be a little fringe tree, it's called, and I think it's normally growing a little farther south, but with climate change, I generally can make things grow here. Pretend that plant was in this pot, and we get the plant out of the pot. We have the dirt around it. Take your scissors, and along where the dirt is with the plant, go like this in 4 places. And the reason you do that is we spread out the roots so that the roots don't get a stranglehold around the plant as it's growing. You dig a 50-cent hole for a 5-cent plant. This plant is not very big. The hole we've dug here, as you can see, is pretty good sized. And you try to go down about 2 inches below where the roots end. In other words, the bottom of the pot, below that, so that you can have nice loose dirt for those little roots to grow into. Then you maybe mix a little peat with the soil that is here. I'm told by a nurseryman that this is some of the finest soil he's seen around here. And my great aunt owned this property before I did. She never brought in any dirt. So this is the natural dirt that was here for eons with Big Detroit Lake. The instruction we have now, as you can see, we've got the plant planted. You put the at the bottom of the branches, and you come to the root, the top of the root. That's where the root and the trunk meet. That's the top of the soil. So that's how deep you plant the plant. And you hope to have just a little dip in there so it can absorb water. Now, because we're coming to freeze up, we are going to give this just 1 bucket of water more. We watered it. We got it nice and soaked when we transplanted it a couple days ago, but with about 2 buckets of water. Now we're going to put in 1 more bucket of water. And like I said, the ground is already freezing, so we have to give that some moments to soak in there. And then we're going to put the mulch down. Mulch does a number of things for plants. It holds the moisture, it moderates the temperature, and as it degrades, it gives nutrition to the soil. See, this ground is freezing, so I have to take it kind of slow. A little surprised here. Well, while I'm doing that, I'll tell you about, I put these around. And this you can buy 25 yards, or 25 feet, or 50 feet, I think, at Mills Fleet Farm or Menards or someplace. I like this size, square, better than the chicken wire kind of stuff. And then you use one of these stakes, which you also buy at those places or a hardware store, and you weave that. So that's the way, if you get 50 feet of this, you cut it up into 10 feet things, and you've got five of them. And then you weave that. It takes a little while. But the nice part about those fences is it keeps bunnies away in the wintertime. So bunnies aren't going to be able to stop and feed on your trunk of your plant. Now, the reason we're going to put the mulch down now, and I put 4 inches deep of mulch. And I'm not fussy, I'll put more. And if I have some extra, I'll just take it over and put someplace else. See, that stuff's frozen already down there. Okay, so then we touch it up. And you keep the mulch free from the trunk. And the reason you do that, once again, is little living creatures. In this case, moles, voles, and mice. And they get hungry for bark. But if you've got it like this, so you got a nice little hole in there, you're not going to get moles, voles, and mice to get a bite of your bark. So, here we are, and we're done. I'm Sally Hoskin. I hope you learned a little something about fall planting.